Decomposed body found in Mansfield Heights, Ocherest, St. Anne. The Ocherest police are probing the circumstances surrounding the death of a man whose body was discovered in an advanced state of decomposition in a sinkhole in Mansfield Heights, Ocherest, St. Anne. Relatives have identified the deceased as 62-year-old farmer Paul Boswell. A family member told reporters that Boswell has been missing since Wednesday, February 19, after failing to return home from his farm. A search party was organized and residents stumbled upon Boswell's body. The woman who made the discovery said she alerted the police and firefighters who removed the body from the sinkhole. Public sector teachers restive over non-payment of graduate allowances. The island's public teachers are going restive after not receiving their graduate allowances. President of the Jamaica Teachers Association JTA Mark Smith made the announcement yesterday afternoon. He explained that an agreement was previously made stating that the allowances would be implemented. However, this decision has recently been rescinded. Noting that members are upset, he said he cannot guarantee normalcy in the education sector.
It is absolutely shameful that the Ministry of Education would have gone ahead and actioned or given permission for this action to be carried out. We have been in dialogue with the executive members of the Ministry of Education on this matter, and we were given assurances that this would not be the action carried out, irrespective of a memo that emanated from the Ministry of Finance and the public sector a few months ago. Now, the reality is that there's no technocrat within the Ministry of Finance and the public sector that would have the authority to override an agreement between the Ministry of Education and the Jamaica Teachers Association that was signed on March 13, 2023, to unilaterally change the terms of that agreement. And I cannot, with any conscience, assure the government that there will be a level of normalcy within the education system. I'm calling on the Minister of Education and the Permanent Secretary to speak with their colleagues in the Ministry of Finance to resolve this matter. The JTA stands willing to take the requisite action to ensure that our members are not deprived of what is rightfully theirs.
Valita Robertson, hailed as Angelic Gladiator. The legal fraternity was plunged into mourning on Monday on learning of the passing of veteran attorney at law Valita Robertson, King's Counsel. Her family refrained from commenting on the cause of death of the 71-year-old advocate, who reported source said has been ailing for some time. Nita Robinson was lionized not only for outstanding work as an attorney, but for the impact on the dozens of young people whose lives she helped to shape. For Jabbar Wellington, a former Wilmer's Boys student who is completing a medical degree in Argentina, Nita Robertson, an alumna of Wilmer's Girls' School, played a tremendous role in motivating and supporting many youths for the boys' school, financially and otherwise. She was also key in nurturing young attorneys such as John Mark Reed, a Wilmer's alumnus. Apologies if I cry, because I am really going through the emotions right now, Wellington warned at the beginning of the interview with reporters. Auntie Valerie was an angel for me and for many others. One of her goals was to raise men for the future. She was always the woman to give you the tough love, but she's always guiding and ensuring that you get there. She said that men are the future, and a lot of times we just need a listening ear and a way forward, and also somebody in their corner. She never ever changed from that, Wellington noted. He described her as a consummate professional who was motherly even to children who weren't her own. Wellington said that she ensured that even if young people did not see the potential in themselves, she would encourage them to always put their best foot forward in everything they do. I can tell you that she changed my life's direction because she basically told me that I had a gift for teaching and medicine. She ensured that I stuck to the path. She always impressed upon me to never give up, regardless of the situation, and to push through. She saw me as a medical doctor in the future who probably could change the landscape in Jamaica overall in terms of healthcare and how it is that patients are actually treated in Jamaica, She saw that side to me, he told reporters. She ensured literally that I didn't give up on my dream because many times I wanted to, and she just continued to encourage and push me and say that it can be done. She always has a saying that once there's a problem, there's a solution to it, no matter how complex or how simple. I call her my second mom because she was a mom to me, Wellington shared. He said that Nita Robertson was kind and selfless beyond measure and was not looking for anything in return, adding that she did all of that because she wanted to and because it was just for her personality. Peter Champagne KC said he was emotionally distraught on learning of his colleague's passing. Peter was a member of the legal team led by Nita Robertson that recently represented three Jamaica Defense Force soldiers who were charged with murder in relation to the May 2010 shooting death of accountant Keith Clark. The trial ran for roughly 7 months, during which time Nita Robertson's firebrand personality as a senior attorney was on full display. The soldiers were set free. I am beyond words to describe how I feel at this point in time, Miss Nita Robertson, as many would know, along with myself and other members of the profession, were involved in perhaps the longest trial in Jamaica history. She was a fine counsel, outstanding in every regard. It is a tremendous loss to the legal fraternity, for it was someone who could count on as a team leader to be fearless, Peter explained. Director of Public Prosecution DPP Paula Lewin, in her response, described Nita Robertson as a gladiator in the courthouse. She shared that they both have several battles with each other in court and specifically singled out the case of the Queen against Veris Christie and the Queen against Donald Zeeks Phelps, who were both murder matters. Valerie was what I would call a gladiator. She would say a warrior. She gave 150% of her professional skill and herself, Lowlin stated. The DPP described her as someone who was fierce, passionate, formidable, and who could be very intimidating. You had to be mentally tough and really prepare if you're going up against her. She did her research. She had a lot of courtcraft in how she handled herself in court, and she had a flamboyant style, and she was very passionate. When you appear against her, certainly in the criminal arena, you had to be at your best at all times for the entire duration of the case, before, during, and after. She was the quintessential adversary. She took no prisoners who she was up against in court. Every module of her body was all engaged in defense for her clients, and in fact also, she was a very good mentor. I have known her for over 30 years, and she went out of her way. She was passing the courtroom, and she sees me on my feet and sees me in the courtroom. She would pop in, and when she sees that it was a young counsel up against you, she would be right there assisting young counsel. I have had to turn on her and ask her if she was in the case because she is not on the record as being in the case. Gladiator Valerie, there will never be another one like you, Llewellyn told reporters. However, if you did meet her out of court and you engaged her in talking about her four handsome boys, you could see she was a very loving mother. I once said to her, Valerie, why can't we just see more of that part of you in court? And both of us laughed, Llewellyn added. Veteran attorney K.D. Knight KC shared that he was very saddened by the passing of an icon at the bar. He described Nita Robertson as a fearless fighter who was focused on getting justice for her clients. Knight added that he had the pleasure of appearing with Nita Robertson on several occasions over her long career. It was always marked by hard work, analytical thinking, and incisive advocacy. I will certainly miss her. I express my condolences to her family and may her soul rest in peace. In a statement, Nita Robertson's family said it's regretted to inform the public of her passing, highlighting that she died peacefully on Monday afternoon. Miss Nita Robertson began her legal career as a junior in the late Honor Anthony Spaulding and Ian Ramsey QC before opening her own practice. With 47 years at the bar, she has made a significant impact as a committed criminal defense attorney in the representation of her clients' interests and rights at all levels of the judicial system. In 2016, Ms. Nita Roberts was appointed to the inner bar as Queen's Counsel. Long before her QC appointment, Ms. Nita Roberts was recognized as a leader at the bar and the champion of the people's cause. She has left an enduring legacy advocating for judicial reform and access to justice for all Jamaicans. She was well respected by her peers for her passion, resilience, commitment to service, and professionalism. all geared towards seeking a just and equitable outcome for the indigent and voiceless. In addition to her legal prowess, Miss Nita Robertson committed to her country and social justice led to her entry in representational politics. She served in several capacities, including the People's National Party representative, as counsel for the Augustine Division at East St. Andrew, legal advisor to the party, member of the campaign team, and campaign manager in West Royal St. Andrew, West Portland, East Royal St. Andrew, and Western St. Mary. For the 2020 general election, Ms. Nita Robertson was elected to represent the PNP as candidate for West Portland, the family stated. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.